Alright, let's look at the homework 3.6, problem number 7. Alright, so this is a spherical balloon problem. Alright, let's look at that. Alright, so helium is pumped into a spherical balloon at the constant rate of 3 cubic feet per second. Alright, so the volume of the sphere, so this says dV over dt. So rate of change of the volume with respect to time is given to be 3, right? So that's the given value there. Alright, it's asking how fast is the radius increasing after 4 minutes. So what we're looking for is dr over dt. Alright, so this is what we're looking for. Alright. And what else is given? So it says that it's after 4 minutes, right? So since the volume, it's at the constant rate of 3 cubic feet per second, so it's 3 times t will give you the volume after t seconds. But after 4 minutes would be, so this is 3 times. Alright, so 4 minutes would be so 240 seconds, so 60 times 4, so 240 seconds. So this is going to be, the volume is going to be, right, 0, and 3 times 4 is 12, and the 3 times 2 is 6, so 720 cubic feet. Right, so that's the volume after 4 minutes. What time is the radius increasing at the rate? Oh, so this is another question. So what time is the radius increasing at the rate of 100 feet per second? All right, so let's do that one later, and let's try to find the dr over dt. All right, so since this is a spherical balloon, so the volume formula for sphere is V equals 4/3 pi r cubed. Right, so we can take the derivative, so go ahead and take the derivative. So we get dv over dt is equal to, right, 4/3 pi, just a constant. So if you take the derivative of r cubed, you're gonna put 3 in front, r squared, then you multiply by dr over dt. Alright, so let's clean it up. There's a 3 on top and a 3 on the bottom. Alright, so we can divide through by, let's see, 4 pi r squared. So divide by 4 pi r squared. And I'm gonna just switch left hand side and right hand side. So dr over dt is equal to, so dv over dt is actually 3, right? So it's a 3 divided by, right, 4 pi r squared. Right? So let's see, we need to find r. Right? How do we find r? Right? And after 4 minutes, volume is 720. So which means that at this time, this has to be the same as 4/3 pi and r cubed. Right? So we can just solve for r from here. So here, first we can just let's see, divide through by 4/3 pi. So you're gonna get let's see, 720 divided by 4 pi on the bottom, and multiply by 3, right? And then let's see, so this is equal to r cubed. Right? Then let's simplify a little bit. So this is at least, let's see, divide by 4. So there's 1, 4 goes in there, and 8 and 32. So we have that. So what we get is, let's see, so we have, so this is equal to, Alright, 3 times 0 is 0, and 3 times 8 is 24, and 3 times 1 is 3, so it's 540 over pi. Alright, then we can just take the cube root of both sides, so r is going to be cube root of 540 pi over pi. Alright, so all you really have to do is just plug that guy in here. So let's see, so it's a 3 over 4 pi. Alright, r is sitting on the bottom, so I'm going to take the reciprocal of this guy. So it's going to be, I'm going to just write the pi over 540, right? And cube root is just 1/3 power, right? But you have to square that, so it's going to be 2/3 power, right? Let's find this value. Alright, so the value is, so let's see, it's 3 divided by and 4 pi, and then you have pi divided by 540 and raise it to the 2/3 power. Right, so let's get that value. So it came out to be 0.0077. Right, so let's type it in. Right, so it came out to be 0.0077. Check the answer. Right, so we got that. Alright, the second one, select the choice and fill in the answer to complete the choice. So the time at which the radius increases at the rate of 100 feet per second. So let's do that. Alright, so the second part of this question is the rates are increasing at the 100 feet per second. So dr over dt, so this is the rate of change of radius, right, which we found out to be 3 over 4 pi r squared. But at that point we want that to be 100. Alright, so we can actually solve for r. So take the reciprocal of both sides. So we have 4 pi r squared over 3 is equal to 1 over 100. Right, then we can just multiply both sides by 3. So you have a 4 pi r squared is equal to 3 over 100. Right, then we can divide through by 4 pi. So we get r squared is equal to 400 pi on the bottom, and we still have 3. Then we can just take the square root of both sides. Alright, so you get the r would be square root of that. So I'll just say square root is 3 over 400 pi to the 1/2 power. Right, so the volume is 3t. So volume is 3t, and the formula is 4 over 3 pi, and r we just found that to be 3 over 400 pi and to the 1/2 power. Right, but you have to cube that, so it's going to be a 3/2 power. Right, so what we get is we need to find t, because it says that at what time. So divide through by 3, we get t is equal to 4 pi divided by 3. It was already there, so it's going to be divided by 9. Then you have 3 over 400 pi, raise it to the 3/2 power. Right, I'm going to go ahead and find that value. Right. Alright, so if you compute that value, you're going to get, let's see, 4 pi. So 4 pi divided by 9, right, multiplied by 3 over 400 pi, right, so 3 over 400 pi, and raise it to the 3/2 power, and hit enter. So I get 0.0002. Right, so let's plug it in. Right, so round to the 5 decimal place. Oops, so I have to change that to 5 decimal places. Right, so it's actually 0.00016. So we get 0.00016. Alright, so let's check the answer. Alright, got that. Alright, that's it. I hope that this was clear.